Hi everyone, this is going to be a brand new tag to YouTube. It is things I learned on YouTube tag. And so this tag is really going to be a tag where you pick 10 things that you learned on YouTube and who taught them to you. So this is really a tag for people who are interested in learning things, mainly like how to apply makeup in like a different way or better ways, things like that. And so I thought it would be a really good way to kind of put everything together. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing that I'm going to put on here, and these are in no particular order, it is mainly just in whatever order comes out of my brain. The first thing that I'm going to mention is actually something I learned about concealing. I know when I was younger, my mom took me to the makeup counter and I was taught to put concealer on, mainly like in a half moon under the eyes where the darkness is. And this person, KandeeJohnson, actually taught something fairly recently about how you can conceal the hollowness, the darkness, and any bags under the eyes by drawing a triangle instead of a half moon down towards the end of your nose from your tear duct, and then up. And what that does is it acts as a highlight for not only your cheekbone, but it also differentiates, it doesn't differentiate, it blends in the space under the eye and your foundation. Because typically your concealer under your eye is a shade, maybe 2 shades lighter than your foundation. And so it's really acting as a way to highlight, lift, and to blend that line that a lot of times we have. So it was an ingenious little tip that I guess she has learned through her years of being a makeup artist, not only here on YouTube, but in her real life, her life away from YouTube. And so I really did love that tip that she gave. The second thing that I learned on YouTube was how to fill in my eyebrows. Now I started filling in my eyebrows regularly whenever I was a redhead. And if you want to see me as a redhead, you can go and look at my early on videos, because it was definitely red. And I used to fill in my eyebrows with a little bit more of an auburn color just so that they blended in, because I'm a natural brunette. This is my natural hair color. And so my eyebrows, of course, are this color. Actually, they're a little lighter than this color, but I needed to put a little bit of red in there at that point. So I started filling in my eyebrows. And I was learning how to do that by watching YouTube videos, and I ran across one of MissChievous' videos, and I'll have to link it down below if I can find it. And she taught how, like, if you have a more defined line on the bottom of your eyebrow and a less defined line on the top, like it's more of a gradient, then it looks a lot more natural, but it really gives a nice, clean framing to your eye. So I really love that video. I know that's how I teach people to fill in their eyebrows, is by doing that, and it really does make a huge difference. The next thing I learned was how to do eyeshadow for my eye shape, and that every eye shape has eyeshadow put on differently. Does that make any sense? Basically, I have a hooded eye, which I learned on YouTube from this person, which is Goldiestarling, and I never knew what shape of eye I had and how that affected putting on eye makeup. And so she really taught me how to do that, and being able to watch her put eyeshadow on her eye, which she has a hooded eye as well, so it was really nice to be able to see somebody who had my eye shape and putting on eyeshadow on a regular basis, so that was really cool. But she helped me identify that every eye shape has makeup put on differently, eye makeup. Because you need to like even out. If you've got like really deep set eyes, you want to bring them forward. If you've got hooded eyes, you need to create a crease. You know, there's so many different things, and just the idea that you have so much to do. I mean, just eye makeup is not just adding color, it's adding definition and highlights and shadows and contour. And so it was really cool, and she really did like start that process for me in learning. So I really appreciate that. The next thing that I learned on YouTube was lining my waterline and my tight line. I really had never thought about lining either one of those really until I learned about this, and I think I will have to put it down below who actually taught me that. I think it was Cora, VintageorTacky. And she taught me, and I don't even think she was like, had a video specifically on tight lining and lining your waterline, but I saw her do her tight line for the first time ever. I never knew like you could do that, and I really like the fact that it does make your eyelashes look a lot more full on the top, and on the bottom what it does is just give you a little more of a striking look, which I think that was really cool, and she really opened my eyes to a new world when it came to makeup. The next thing that I learned is actually something fairly recent for me as well, and it was to not be afraid to put color and mascara on my bottom lashes and like underneath. I'd always done like maybe the outer third of my eye because I was afraid to close off my eyes, because I really like big eyes, and I have been blessed with larger eyes, so it was really nice to you know, that I never really had to worry about that, but I didn't want to close off my eye, and so I always just kept my eyeshadow and my mascara on the outer third of my eye. And this person, which is Superbeautynerd, she is always surprising me with things that I learned from her, and I don't know why. But she has got larger eyes like I do, which are absolutely beautiful, and just watching her put eye makeup on, and that she put it all over her under her eye, and did her mascara really heavy, and I think it was her grunge video. I think that's what it was. I'll link it down below, whichever one it was. But it did not close off her eye at all, and she just didn't like line her waterline, which was really cool. And so she kind of opened my eyes up not to like, you know, close myself off to certain things because I have like a worry or a fear. So it was kind of cool that she taught me that. I'm sorry if you heard that. It is like raining cats and dogs outside. Their thunder is like insane. We've had terrible weather in the Midwest lately. In the last like 3 days, it's all been tornadoes. I'm sure most people have seen the news about the terrible tornado in Moore, and that is a couple hours away from me, but I feel terrible for them, and they're in my prayers. But anyway, all of that because it thundered. Let's go ahead and get going with this. The next thing that I learned was how to clean my makeup brushes. I never even thought about cleaning my makeup brushes. Never thought until I saw this. Fortunately, it was early on in YouTube that I learned this, so it's not been recently. But I really learned the first time how to clean my makeup brushes from KandeeJohnson. And I like point her out in my how to clean your makeup brushes video, which I will link down below as well, as the person who taught me a lot of what I was teaching in that video. But I just never thought about it, and so it was really cool that she taught that. The seventh thing that I learned on YouTube was how to put on false eyelashes, and I just didn't know how to do it, I guess. I was very interested in wearing them, which I never do now, which is weird, but anyway, I watched and I learned how to put on false eyelashes, and I think the first time I saw it was MissChievous and Julia, yeah. And she taught how to actually put them on and to wait until they dry or start to get tacky, things like that. Anyway, and so I learned initially how to put on eyelashes from her, and then I learned that you could reuse your eyelashes from VintageorTacky. And then most recently I have learned from Leighannsays that you can wear half lashes, like just cut your lashes in half, and I haven't tried that yet, but the idea that, because most of the time I just want a little fullness on my outer half of my eye, and I tend to not like individual lashes or things like that because it tends to they tend to not look real natural on me for some reason. I don't really know why, but so I really like a natural look, and I think that half lashes will probably be a really good thing to start. So I learned that. Number 8 is that makeup can look like anything. I started out in theater, and so I have always known that you can play with illusion by, putting highlights and shadows and make people look old and things like that just using makeup. But I have seen some incredible works of art here on YouTube. In particular, I have 3. One is Goldiestarling, which she has done a series of special effects makeup recently, where she's done like really bad sunburn, chemical peel. There was another one, I don't remember what it was, but she really is a true inspiration to me because she like just is self-taught how to do special effects makeup, and she's not afraid to try like prosthetics and things like that. And so I really have enjoyed her videos in seeing the special effects side of things. I have also watched Pixiwoo, which is the first person that I saw do some incredible things with makeup. One of my favorite videos of his is, I think he did like a cheetah or something like that. But he basically like just painted a cheetah on his face, where it was the face of the cheetah, and it really took me a second to like stop and pause the video and look to see if I could find the lines on his face and how his nose was actually shaped. And like, it was incredible just to watch that video. And I will link it down below because everybody should go see this. Whether you have a use for it or not, it's just incredible to see him create that. And he does that on a regular basis. I mean, he's got tons of videos like that. And so he's done a lot with like contour and highlight and things like that. And I've learned a lot from him in that respect. And then the third person who has really taught me the art of makeup is Myeyeshadowisodd. And she, you know, typically around Halloween is when you start really seeing her big things. But I've seen some really incredible things from her as well. And I really love Halloween on YouTube because there's so many like fun, exciting things to go watch, because I love to see creation of art. And so it's fun. The 9th thing that I learned was how to highlight and contour my face. Now, I have seen several really excellent videos. The first person that I saw do contouring and highlighting really was Pixiwoo. And he does a lot now in like the drag sort of field. And so he really does be able to create such bone structure in his face. It's incredible. And I don't really know exactly what video it was that really started me understanding the concept of shadow and highlight. I mean, contour and highlight. But he's the first person that I learned. Most recently, I have watched a video by Pixiwoo. And it's actually on their Daily Mix channel. I don't know if it's theirs or if they just like are on there on a regular basis, but anyway, I saw a huge like masterclass on how to highlight and contour different shapes faces, and I think that is incredibly important for anybody who is working in the industry to know. And they did an excellent job of doing it very quick, and you learn a lot, and it's really, really cool. So saw that one. And my 10th thing is actually has nothing to do with makeup. It is hair. And this person is somebody who taught me how to do vintage hairstyles. And as I mentioned, I have been doing like, I have always done like stage and theater and, you know, acting and film for, gosh, 18 years, something like that. And so I've always had a fascination of creating different vintage hairstyles. And so I really love watching her, and it's Lisa Fremont Street. And she does an incredible job of like everything vintage. She uses vintage, like they're probably like more modernized vintage, but hairstyling products, their styling tools, everything are like vintage inspiration or things that were used during that time. And just seeing her create it and trying it, sometimes I can do it, sometimes I cannot do it. It just depends. But she has done an incredible job. She's like the perfect little housewife, beautiful kids, everything. And I love her lifestyle and just seeing her, because her fashion, everything is like this cute little 1960s housewife cooking, you know, chocolate chip cookies or something. And I think she's done a video on that. Anyway, so if you ever want to see how to do a vintage hairstyle, check out Lisa. And that is the end of my tags. So I really hope you guys take a chance to do this tag. If you do this tag, please leave me a comment or a like video response down below so I can see them. I would love to. And I tag everybody I will be tagging a couple of people down below in specific for this tag. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Be sure you do subscribe to my channel before you leave, because I would hate for you to miss my next video. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.